Good morning and welcome to the Purcell School Piano Department. I'm really sorry that you're not here in person, but hopefully soon. I've been the head of the department for about 20 years now, so I know the department pretty well inside out. But a long time ago, I was also a student at one of the specialist schools. So that gives me the knowledge of how a specialist school works, from both being a student and also the head of department. I feel incredibly fortunate that I'm head of department here. We have a wonderful array of piano teachers. At the moment we have 9 principal study piano teachers. All of them have, in one way or another, a link to the London Conservatoires, and that is one of our biggest strengths. We have very, very close connections with the London Conservatoires, but also beyond that, we have connections with all the conservatoires in the UK, and also we have many alumni who go on from being students here to studying abroad. And when I say abroad, I mean places like in the United States, Curtis, Indiana, Bloomington, Berlin, Uedeke, Salzburg, so Graz, all sorts of places around Europe as well. So a very cosmopolitan and international looking department. That also is one of our strengths. The students also come from all corners of the world, and that in itself is an education. They come from all sorts of backgrounds, all sorts of different cultures, and from an early age they understand and learn from each other about these different cultures. So it's not just about playing the piano very well, it's about developing the pianist, the organist, the harpsichord as a broad person and a broad musician. And all this is such an important part, this melting pot at the Purcell School. As I mentioned, I was a student at one of the other specialist music schools. I then also went on to be a graduate at the Royal Northern College of Music, and then also pursued a pretty successful concert career, winning prizes at a number of international piano competitions. So I know what it's like to be at the very cutting edge, the sharp end of needing to educate, develop, and nurture a pianist, a keyboardist's gift. It's not an easy path, and it's one that requires a lot of balance and requires a lot of nurturing from all sorts of areas. As I said, all of our teachers here have the experience usually of teaching at conservatoire level as well. They're very special teachers. They're able to disseminate that information and make it applicable and appropriate for a younger age group as well. So they have a very special way of doing that. You're going to ask me, well, that sounds all very well and good, but how does my kid get into the Purcell School, in the piano department? We are looking, particularly for younger age group, for potential. The younger the student is, the more we're looking for that raw material that wants to be nurtured and developed. Conversely, if you're coming in to study at the sixth form level, then one needs to be aware that it's only 4 terms in, and then that student will need to probably, if that's what they wish to do, audition for conservatoire. So they probably need to be better formed and more advanced in that respect. We have a very good assessment structure in place. It's one that's led by the student and the teachers. There are 3 assessments throughout the academic year, 1 each term. And over the course of the year, each student needs to present a work from one of 4 categories: Baroque, classical, romantic, 20th century or contemporary. Now, it's up to the student and teacher to decide how long and complicated each of those pieces should be. It's also up to the student and teacher to decide, well, I think we'll get all the assessment requirements done in one assessment, and then we can concentrate on other things. Also, given advance warning, I'm happy to assess students in lunchtime concerts, of which there are many, one a day in fact, during the week. Why am I saying this? Because it's really important to understand the ethos of the Purcell School, that we tailor things for the benefit of the student's development. So we don't have assessments that are just randomly, arbitrarily there that students and teachers need to race to get prepared. No. The assessments are there to provide the student and teachers the possibility of presenting works when they're ready. And why in lunchtime concerts? Because they may not be ready for assessments. So again, it's all about how we tailor the structure of the course to the students' needs. We have, as I said, lunchtime concerts each day where students can present new repertoire. From that, we usually choose students to appear in evening concerts, and when there is no pandemic, to choose students to go outside and give performances at external venues. And of those, they vary from the South Bank in London to the Wigmore Hall, to churches locally, to festivals around the UK. So there are opportunities that suit each student's needs at that time. And again, that's where we come back to the main ethos of the school, which is tailoring what the student needs. What do they get when they come to Purcell? Well, as a minimum usually, they get 2 hours of one-to-one tuition with their principal study teacher. Each student from year 9 above is incorporated in a chamber ensemble of some sort, and that might vary from piano duets to piano quintet, for example, or other ensemble. And each of those ensembles is usually coached for 40 minutes to 1 hour each week. In addition to that, they have a faculty class with me each week. For better or worse, we explore different things associated with the piano, not necessarily piano repertoire, but things that will help them understand what they're doing at the keyboard better. They also have the opportunity to take part in master classes. Usually, we have 2, sometimes 3 eminent pianists, musicians coming in to give a master class each term. And so already, pianists are able to make contact with these professors that one day they may either study with, or indeed go to courses, or these pianists may be in a position to listen to them at other places where their opinion may be important. So those kind of things. In another world, we would call that kind of a sort of a professional development, but also networking. So we have that as well. There are all sorts of things inside school they can do. One of them is a spring-led project that I do through faculty class. We based the project on Beethoven, and the middle school pianists presented the Diabelli variations. In the past, we've done a whole series of performances of the Debussy preludes and taken those performances outside of school. Every other year, we take it out to the Royal Conservatoire of Scotland, historically, and also the Fazioli Concert Hall in San Chile in Italy. So it's a very, very vibrant department. So usually on open morning, we would have our students give you a mini recital to give you a flavour of the piano department. I've chosen a couple of students who've been willing to play this morning to give you just that, but also, probably more important than that, to say a little bit about their experience of the school and what it's done for them, where they're from. So I hope very much that's helpful, and that, of course, you enjoyed. I'm also hoping that you'll have either had a tour of the school, or indeed you're just about to have one, so you can also see the facilities that our students enjoy. So we have 2 or 3 students who are going to play for you. They're going to talk a little bit about themselves, and it gives you an idea of the level of playing here and what you might expect if you're interested in sending your child to the Purcell School Piano Department. Anyway, thank you very much.
Hello. Hello, my name's Milda and I come from Lithuania. I've been at Purcell for nearly 4 years now. You have great opportunities here. You can do so much. You can perform mostly as many times as you want. you can make recordings. You have wonderful pianos everywhere around. You can practice anytime you want. You don't even have to book them. So I hope some of you decide to come to the study at Purcell. And today I'm going to play Beethoven Sonata, Opus 31, number 3, first movement.
Nikita. I'm from Russia. It's my second year here. I heard a lot about Purcell School, and I knew that there is a lot of great teachers here. I really wanted to come here. But also, when I arrived, I understood that it's not only a great music school, it's also a school of life. Because when you come here, you come to a special, very interesting world of musicians. And I'm very thankful to that school for the opportunity to be here. Today I'm going to play Medtner, Sonata Reminiscenza.
we're looking for people who have this thirst to be musicians, this unquenchable curiosity, and we would be here to nurture that. So I do hope that you enjoy your online open morning, and I hope very much that if not today, then another time we might meet. And of course, at any time, if you have questions, just email the school and we will do our very best to answer those questions. Thank you for your time. Bye for now.